Good morning, group. Another day, another limpy day. I'm still in quite some pain. It is better. Ruppert, comes a mom. So, as usual, this morning taking Ruppert out for his pee break, and then we're going to continue with the touch pads inside this time. It's about 6:30 in the morning. It's quite okay, not too cold. It's about 48, 50 degrees, which is nice. It's been dry for the last 2 days, so that is nice. Today another dry day, and then rain kicks back in for another couple weeks from tomorrow evening. That's what the forecast says. Ruppert's taking his potty break, and then we go inside. So today another busy day with clients as well. We've got some trackers, we have obedience, I have a couple behavior modifications. I deal with a very anxious, extremely anxious dog. I have a dog and human aggressive case. It's actually a tiny dog, a little dog that a little Pekingese that wants to literally attack every ankle he encounters, and it's based upon fear, unfortunately. So that's what we're going to do today as well. But now it's time for Ruppert. I finished all the other dogs already. I also did some work. I also did some video editing. The next Ruppert series will go live here in a little bit. After I've done Ruppert, then I'll grab a cup of coffee, my first coffee, and then I'll put the video live. It's going to be a long one. The video from yesterday. Today is Friday, so the video from yesterday, Thursday, is quite long, about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, with a lot of fun stuff in there as well. So let's go into the studio and let's set up the training session. Ruppert, let's go. There is my friend. Come on, man. We gaan trainen, hè? I told him we're going to train. And he'll run to the studio. There he is, in the studio. He knows exactly what that word means. Let's go train. That means work, and he loves to work with me. So touch pads again. He's already ready. He's such a good guy. I've fallen quite fond of him already. I love this guy. Ruppert is his third week here today. Today, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, he'll be here for 3 weeks. So I think we accomplished a lot in 3 weeks. So I'm gonna set up my camera, guys, and I'll see you in the session. I don't know what he's doing right now. Awesome. That was a really good session. I'm going to make it a little bit more difficult. I'm going to put another touchpad in here. See if you can stand on this one. This is going well. Okay. As you can see, that went really well with 2 touchpads. I think I'm gonna start to put an audible cue on it. Touch. With the direction of the hand. Touch. Touch. Good soul, Ranger. Good soul. Good soul. I'm gonna see if I can get them a little bit further apart. Let me see how much view I have in the camera here, so I don't put it too much. Okay, we're getting in real estate here. Touch. Touch. You're a little confused here. Touch. There you go, good boy. Touch. Maybe too much. Touch. Good soul. Look. Very good. Very good. I'm going to do one more session. Let's try it from a Hind position. He's not paying attention here. Touch. Look at my food hands. Touch. He touched it with one paw, so I wanted to reinforce that. I'm going to do one more here. Touch. Nice. meets our criteria. He's able to go on a small touchpad, and we can increase our distance, which is nice. Touch. Good. So, and one more time, and I'm gonna call this session to an end. Touch. Game over. So guys, as you can see, we made a lot of progress. We were able to put Ruppert on a small touchpad. We were able to increase the distance on the touchpad, which I really liked. We had 3 sessions with about 10 to Good morning, guys. Another day. Kind of a weird episode here because we are in another morning. Yesterday, unfortunately, I ran into some video trouble. As you can see, the first video was cut, and the reason why is I got a couple of phone calls during my session, and then for some reason the iPhone stops recording video. My calls were on silent, so I had no idea that this happened. And then in the afternoon, my battery was flat, so I couldn't record that one. And so I actually let him play. And then during play, what I found out is that Ruppert actually got very interested in Darla. And yeah, she's in heat. So no more play buddy for Ruppert for the next couple weeks, as Darla started her heat. There's a discharge, so for the next 21 days or so, he will be bound by himself, and so is Darla. The girls will play with each other and the boys will be separated. Go potty. I want to see if he wants to go potty here. He understands the command go potty now, so every time I say go potty, he's normally very good. Per yesterday, Ruppert was here for 3 weeks, so it's been an interesting 3 weeks. So what is nice to see that in 3 weeks you can actually develop quite a lot of skill, and very happy with the process. So my debriefing from yesterday, what I said is, in the training block, I had 3 sessions, and I saw that I had some difficulty with still the visual cue. Sometimes there was a little bit of confusion. As for Ruppert, that was an approximation to down, but we were able to switch him from one touchpad to the other. And I started laying a audible cue, which he seemed to respond to. So there he goes to the bathroom, by the way. And so today I'm going to stick with one touchpad, the big one. And the behavior that I'm going to try to develop is turning around the touchpad while his front feet are still touching. And the reason why I do this is to work the back end, the back feet of the dog, and to create a supple lateral movement that's going to help me in cornering, in the fronts, in the jumps for ring sport when they need to jump over something and then make a 180-degree turn and have a perfect sit. So that's the behavior that I'm going to develop this morning. So we'll see how that goes. He's already ready for training. He's waiting in front of the door. So I'm gonna go inside and I will see you in the session. So we're here in the session. So I'm going to try to create So my goal is, when I move around, that Ruppert's gonna follow me And my reward criteria is when his back feet move. Only when those back feet move lateral, that's when he gets a click. Good sound. Okay. Let's go the opposite way. A lot more difficulty here, you see. Then go into the other side. He does not want to turn, he actually wants to go in basic position, which is normal. A lot of dogs have this problem that they can turn one side, but the other side is very, very hard for him. You see, he wants to go into basic position, which I don't want. So I'm going to try to lure with my right hand for this, and see I have better problem. Every time I have movement in the back legs, I am going to reward him. So this tells me that I need to work a lot more on clockwise circles rather than counterclockwise circles. You see, the dog wants to come in basic position. And it's a behavior that I don't want, so this is going to be a little bit of a struggle. I am going to change my food to my other bag, as I don't want any attention to my right side right now. I'm going to skip the left turns for now and only develop clockwise turns, and I'm going to skip all the counterclockwise turns. And he is, one of the things that I can do is try to move it that way. He does not want to turn. There you go. I see that with a lot of shepherds, they have, when they're big and they're a little bit older, they have already built muscle memories that are almost fixed. It's not really a fixed action pattern, but it is definitely very close to that. So every tiny movement that he does with his back feet, I am clicking for it just to get the muscle memory going, and I will ignore everything that happens with his front legs. And you see another problem, because he's so hungry, he probably doesn't realize what he's doing. He's just with his hand, with his nose in my hand, and the dog does not register what behavior is happening. So that is definitely something that we need to take into account for the next session. based upon what I see here today, is to absolutely do some other exercises with food before I do the right muscle work here, because Ruppert is very hungry. And so what I'm doing with my reward here is I'm actually feeding him quite a lot, just to still that initial hunger drive and give him a little bit of satisfaction. I'm gonna try to get my hands away from his nose a little bit and see if I can create, the behavior. I am helping him with my body. He just needs to realize that he needs to move his, there you go, feet. There you go, little steps, that's all it takes. Good, I'm going to give him a little mental break here, good boy. Good boy. So when we encounter something like this, it's absolutely important that you take baby steps. Yeah, be a splitter, not a lumper, so that the dog can figure out what it is what you want, and then give him a mental break here. And as you can see, I'm making improvements, and I'm clicking for every step that he makes with the back end. And again, here he wants to go in basic position, because that's a behavior that he's done quite a lot, and that has been successful for him because, you know, basic position has been reinforced quite a lot. So we need to realize that that's what we have done. So when we shape these other behaviors, we just need to be patient and reward every little movement that he does with his back end here. And you see, I'm absolutely making progress within this training block, which is nice. Oh, and I gave him a cookie. That's on accident here. And he doesn't want it. Just gonna let that happen. I could have picked it up, which is probably a better choice. Good job. Well done, game over. So as you can see, we were successful in shaping the first little steps of lateral movement of the back end. The clockwise movement was a lot better than the counterclockwise movement, or you know, his turn to the right. So his counterclockwise movement, by the way, was better than his clockwise movement. I made a mistake here. So the one going to your right side is not as good. But we're able to be successful with it. So I'm very happy with this session. This is going to take quite a lot of work. So this was a very interesting session. Ruppert's going to go back to the kennel right now, and I will see you in a little bit. Training sessions over here. We're sitting here with Mary Ray, Charlie, and my friend Patience from Nia Bay with Ruppert. We do tease him a little bit because we got some goodies on the table, and he wants to have one. I mean, he's such a great guy. Look at this guy. He's so beautiful. So I hope you have a nice Easter. Happy Easter. And yeah, I will see you guys Wednesday. Bye-bye.